Xin chào mừng quý lãnh đạo, quý thầy cô, quý doanh nghiệp là đại biểu đại diện của các tổ chức cũng như các trường đại học cao đẳng và các bạn học sinh sinh viên đã dành thời gian quý báu để tham dự buổi hội thảo ngày hôm nay.
We warmly welcome all esteemed leaders, teachers, business representatives, delegates from various organizations, universities and colleges, as well as our dear students for taking the time to attend today's seminar.
Tôi là Thùy Linh và bên cạnh tôi đây là Trang Đào sẽ là MC cho hội thảo ngày hôm nay.
I'm Trang Đào and next to me is Miss Thùy Linh, who will be the MC for today's seminar.
Kính thưa quý vị, nhằm tăng cường sự kết nối giữa các cơ sở đào tạo, doanh nghiệp và các chuyên gia trong lĩnh vực xây dựng, đồng thời truyền tải thông tin định hướng và mở rộng cơ hội việc làm cho học sinh sinh viên sau đào tạo. Hôm nay, công ty tổ chức giáo dục Duy Tân tổ chức buổi seminar này với chủ đề là xúc tiến liên hệ đào tạo và du học nghề kiến trúc, kỹ thuật và xây dựng.
Aiming to training the connection between training institution, business and experts in the construction sector, while providing guidance is planning employment opportunities for students after their training. Duy Tân Education Company is organizing a seminar on the theme promoting training collaboration and vocation study abroad in the field of architecture, engineer and construction.
Seminar này sẽ là dịp để các nhà quản lý, các chuyên gia trong nước cùng chia sẻ kinh nghiệm thực tiễn, giải pháp đổi mới chương trình, phương pháp giảng dạy, phát triển kỹ năng nghề nghiệp gắn với yêu cầu thực tiễn và tìm chương trình đào tạo tại các nước tiên tiến. Đồng thời sẽ cung cấp thông tin cần thiết cho các học sinh sinh viên đáp ứng nhu cầu học tập và làm việc về ngành kiến trúc xây dựng tại Cộng hòa Liên bang Đức trong bối cảnh hội nhập toàn cầu.
This seminar is an opportunity for school administrator and industrial experts to share practical experience, innovative solution for curriculum and teaching matter, and professional skill development design with real-world requirement. It also explore training programs in developed country and provide exceptional information for students, helping them meet the study and carrying demand in the architecture and construction sector in the Federal Republic of Germany within the context of global integration.
Trước tiên xin trân trọng giới thiệu cô Trần Hữu Yến Loan sẽ có đôi lời phát biểu chào mừng đến quý vị khách mời trong buổi hội thảo ngày hôm nay trước khi đến với phần chia sẻ của ngài Miken. Xin kính mời cô Trần Hữu Yến Loan.
Following the introduction, we are honored to invite Ms. Trần Hữu Yến Loan to develop a few welcoming words to all distinguished guests attending today. Please welcome her.
Xin mời quý vị cho cô Trần Hữu Yến Loan trần pháo tay.
Rất là hân hạnh được đón tiếp các cô hiệu trưởng đến từ miền Bắc rất là xa, và càng hân hạnh hơn nữa là tôi được đón tiếp hai vị khách từ nước Đức đã bay sang đây vào ngày hôm qua, và có một cái dịp rất là quý báu, tôi đã được đến nước Đức và đi xem những cái cơ sở đào tạo của Đức về ngành xây dựng cũng như là những cái ngành khác. Và tôi thấy đây là một cái cơ hội cho sinh viên của Việt Nam chúng ta. Do đó là tôi muốn đem các chương trình ở Đức tốt cho các bạn sinh viên, và sau này là một cái cơ hội các bạn có thể đi một cái nước nào đó nhưng mà vẫn đã có một cái ngành nghề sẵn sàng và muốn chuyển đổi văn bằng sang nước Đức để làm việc, thì đây là một cái cơ hội cũng rất là tốt cho các bạn. Không phải nhất thiết là mình sẽ đi đầu tiên là mình đi nước Đức, mà mình có thể đi qua một nước khác rồi mình học cái ngành nào đó và cái ngành đó được công nhận ở Đức và chuyển đổi văn bằng ở Đức thì mình cũng được nước Đức rất welcome ha các bạn. Do đó là cô nghĩ đây là một cái cơ hội cho tất cả các bạn, nên cô đã mời hai ông đến đây và chia sẻ những cái chính sách của cụ thể là ngành xây dựng. Thì cho các bạn biết rằng ngành xây dựng thì cũng giống như những cái ngành khác, ví dụ như y tế hay là ngành nhà hàng khách sạn hay là ngành cơ khí, thì nó cũng tương tự như vậy thôi. Họ rất cần nguồn nhân lực và rất là cần những cái bạn giỏi tiếng Đức, giỏi nghề ha. Do đó là các bạn nếu như chọn nước Đức là nước mà chúng ta đầu tư cho tương lai của mình, thì các bạn nên từ bây giờ học cho giỏi tiếng Đức, tiếng Anh cũng phải giỏi, và chúng ta phải chuẩn bị hành trang để chúng ta đến nước Đức để làm việc, để vừa học vừa làm. Thì ở Đức thì các bạn sẽ, lát nữa Mr. Michael sẽ nói cho các bạn biết là có rất là nhiều cái cơ hội vừa học vừa làm và có lương ở Đức. Tuy nhiên cái việc đòi hỏi trình độ tiếng Đức ban đầu là rất là quan trọng ha. Các bạn phải cơ bản nhất là B1 B1 á, là giống như trung cấp 1 vậy đó. Các bạn phải có sẵn cái B1 đó, xong sau đó các bạn muốn làm gì ở nước Đức thì lúc đó cục xuất nhập cảnh mới welcome các bạn để đi làm ha. Thì bất cứ quốc gia nào cũng vậy, ai là người giỏi tiếng thì người đó thắng ha. Do đó là cái này là các bạn phải nằm lòng cái câu này. Rồi một lần nữa xin cảm ơn các bạn đã dành thời gian đến đây nghe cái buổi hội thảo này. Cảm ơn các cô.
Xin cảm ơn lời chia sẻ của cô Trần Hữu Anh. Tiếp theo đây sẽ là cái phần mà chúng ta mong chờ nhất, đó chính là lời phát biểu của diễn giả Weekend đến từ BAU Bildung Sachsen. Xin kính mời Ngày.
Thank you so much. So it's a great pleasure to have the chance being here with you and introducing the construction training structure in Germany. And my name is VIωρίc. I'm director of the Intercompany Training Center in Glauchau. It's one of the most beautiful training centers of the construction industry in Germany. And I want to tell you about our training center and most important about the structure of training and about your chances to become trainees and workers in Germany in the construction industry. You should always focus on your dreams, chase your dreams when you are young. Is on the one hand. And on the other hand, you have to be very realistic. When you decide for an occupation you want to earn money with, when you be getting older and older, then you have to think about what is important in the future and what is existing in the future. And imagine a world without construction. So I'm not sure if there is a world without construction. This is a building. We are sitting in a building, and if the building would not exist, I don't know where we would sit right now. Maybe on a field somewhere, or I don't know. Construction is always taking place. That's important. So in Germany, the construction industry is really big, and the construction industry is a very important sector of industry, and it needs a lot of young and skilled workers. Maybe also in the last row you can see this is the map of Germany. We have here is France, here we have Poland, and in the middle is Germany. And when you see Germany, in the eastern part of Germany is the federal state of Saxony. This is where we come from. And especially in the eastern part of Germany, in Saxony, we have a very long tradition in cooperation with Vietnam. And we have 4 training centers in the cities of Bautzen and Dresden, Leipzig, and in Glauchau. This is the training center we are coming from. And we are a non-profit organization representing the construction industry in Saxony. And what we do in our training centers is, at first, giving young people an idea of what they want to become in the future. The second one is initial vocational education and training in construction, and continuing training. This is what we do every day. But if you are doing something every day, sometimes it's boring. So that's why we also do some projects, international projects, to have a look abroad in other countries, in other sectors, to have an idea what we can improve for our kind of training in construction. So we are continuing increasing our training quality by working together with other institutions and other branches, and looking abroad also to Vietnam to get to know how the training system works in Vietnam, and we will getting better in Germany too. So back to our training centers. Here this is the map of Saxony, of the Free State of Saxony, and we have our 4 training centers. One is specialized in wood construction, timber construction. The other one is specialized in concrete construction. Our training center in Glauchau is for construction machinery, and in Leipzig it's for civil engineering. So this is what I said. We start in the first round giving young people direction, what they want to become. Then we do the practical training in our centers, further training and projects. And we also have the E-Construction Academy. This is for online learning in construction. This is the first platform for construction online learning in Germany. And when this was how we act in Germany, and when we look on abroad and international projects, we have international training programs focusing on construction workers, expert training, teacher training program like master teachers, a student training program. That means students are coming from Vietnam or China or Mongolia to Germany in summertime for some weeks for training. We have online courses with the E-Construction Academy and technology-based training to introduce new technologies to partners abroad with companies specialized. And when it comes to Vietnam, in detail, we have two fields of cooperation. So we have one field is the qualifying skilled workers. It's like my colleague Holger. He's here on the picture. He's training other trainers for practical training and how to use products at their best. Because you have to think about the construction industry is very important, and if you think about sustainable construction, it is a huge factor. If you want to make the world becoming more sustainable, you have to change something in construction too. And the first thing to do it is using the products in the right way. And this is one field, and the second field is the qualifying young Vietnamese people like you to become good in German language and be trained in practical construction to become good trainees and then workers in Germany. So our cooperation is with training partners in North and South Vietnam in construction, and also like DTE here in South Vietnam for language training. And this is just an example. Like we did some training for construction workers and trainers in Vietnam before with certificates for them. So this is, for instance, something we cooperated with the Vietnamese Institute for Building Materials. They found out which materials will be good to use in Vietnam for building construction, and Holger was master trainer to introduce to other trainers how to use it. And it's also, we have done a handbook for green housing and healthy living in Vietnam. This is also our participation with partners from universities. We worked out, and you can find it in English but also in Vietnamese to read it. And this is for the other field of cooperation, the example. We have workers coming, young people and trainers coming to Germany. We have here some trainers from Vietnam, construction training centers. This is our colleague Long, from and we have also a lot of young students coming to Germany, like him, or they have been to Germany here to get trained in construction. And they are very successful. For instance, these two guys who became foremen for construction working groups. You see a lot of German guys, but here is a Vietnamese guy. He is trained as an expert in the middle management on the construction site, and he is leading groups of German workers on site. Yeah. So all of them, him and and others, they first started having a training in construction in Germany, and later on they climbed on and increased their qualification level up to the middle management. So now it's getting a little bit complicated, because I want to introduce the structure of the German training system. The special one in the German training system for construction is that at first, the young trainees, people, they sign a contract with a company. This is the first thing to do. Having a contract with the company and have following a general learning structure. And the learning structure for construction follows, it's called dual training course, because it's theory in vocational school and practical training in the company and in the intercompany training centers. But most important, and most of the training time is practical training, not in the school. This is only 1/4 of the time, but most of the training course is practical training. And we have 19 occupations in the construction industry. Some of them for building construction, civil engineering, and interior construction. So each of the trainings lasts 2 years or 3 years of training, and at the end you will be a mason or a carpenter or a road worker. And after the 2 or 3 years of training, there is an examination, and the examination says it's generally the same all over Germany. And it's not only well known in Germany, it's also well known worldwide. So, and when we talk about Germany, you have to know one thing. Germany is really well structured. Everything is in its right order. So we are not only punctual, we also are very precise in what we are doing and having it in order. This is the year of training starting in August or normally in September each year, following the year until the next July or August. First year of training, second year and third year of training. So these are the weeks. You see the green color, this is the time you spend in the construction company. The red color is the weeks spent in the vocational school, and the yellow color is the weeks spending in our intercompany training centers. And it's structured. We have a basic qualification level. Everybody is learning the same at the beginning. If he wants to become a road worker, mason or carpenter, he learns the same. The road worker also has to learn how to construct, how to do constructions with stones, like a mason. And the mason has to learn how to work like a road worker at the beginning. And then when it follows the second year of training and the third year is getting more and more precise to the end of the really training vocation, it's the occupation, it's a mason at the end, or road worker or carpenter or something like that. Now I told a lot, but it's easier to follow some pictures. So that's why I will give you some inside views of our training center. Do you have your mobile phones here? Is it possible to scan the QR code? Does it work? Okay. So if you're following the QR code, you will have a virtual tour in our training center. There you can see not only the offices, but for most important, you can see the training workshops for civil engineering or for concrete construction and masonry. So this is when people are in the workshops. So we have our trainers having training the students over there. It's always practical, like in our workshops for civil engineering, it's practical training. And in our training center we have the masonry and road work, but we are also specialized in construction machinery. So we have the simulators to being trained using construction machinery in the first level, and at the second level is using the original machinery, the large machines. And this is our boarding school. So when you stay in our training center, you have to stay there for 37 weeks for 3 years. And we have the chance to stay in our boarding school, and it's free of charge. If you follow the QR code, you can go directly to the boarding school. And there you can see the rooms. It's 2 or 3 people in one room with own bathroom. And also some rooms you can play air hockey or darts and something like that, or table tennis. And it's breakfast, lunch and dinner. It's for free. So the construction companies, they take care of financing your breakfast, lunch and dinner. Accommodation is free and food also. So the unique system for construction training is a good system for financing your training, because each construction company pays into a general fund. But I don't want to make it complicated. For you, important is that if you start training, you sign a contract with the company. In the first year of training, from the first month on, you earn more than 1,000 euros per month. Second year is 1,200, and in the third year of training, it's 1,450 euros per month. So once you decide to become a trainee in construction, then you have the key to a very strong branch, the construction industry. And it's not only strong because using construction machinery, it's also strong when talking about money, and they take care of you. But even it's a very good branch and good working conditions, you also have to know that when you are in Germany, here we have the Christmas tree. Now winter is coming in Germany, and when we started 2 days ago in Germany to come to Vietnam, it was really cold, -2 degrees and snow. So you have to know that not only weather conditions are different, here is warm, in Ho Chi Minh City it's very warm, but in Germany now in winter is cold, but also the conditions of working are different. Sometimes the German people talk in a very strong language. Stop! Ah! No, he's awake. So sometimes it looks very cruel. But it isn't meant like that. But normally the language on construction site is really strong. Yeah, and you have to follow it, and then everything is fine, but you will have a good time there. And once you have been trained in the construction industry, you can climb on to other qualification levels, like others did before to become a foreman or a manager on a construction site in the middle management, and then you will earn more money than as a normal worker, of course. And you can also change from working to university. You can also, once you are a skilled worker, you can also change to university training programs to study there to become an engineer in Germany. But most important for this is language training. You have to be trained in German language very well, because it's also regarding your safety. If once you start your working on construction site and you don't understand what the other people around tell you to take care of if something happens, then it could become a problem for you. So language training is really important. You have to learn German language very well. And therefore you are actually at the right place here to learn German language, and then we can communicate to find a company for you in Germany to start training in Germany in construction. Thank you very much listening to me for your patience.
Thưa quý thầy cô và các bạn học sinh, thì chúng ta vừa nghe lời chia sẻ về cái cơ hội học tập và làm việc trong ngành xây dựng tại Đức. Xin rất là cảm ơn quý vị, các quý đã dành thời gian và các bạn học sinh đã dành thời gian để tham dự buổi hội thảo ngày hôm nay. Sau đây là xin mời đại diện của doanh nghiệp Đức và cô Trần Hữu Yến Loan sẽ lên trao tặng những cái món quà kỷ niệm và cùng chụp hình lưu niệm.
Dear teacher and student, we would like to invite Miss Michael and Miss Trần Hữu Yến Loan to present gift to the order and take a commemorative photo together.
Dạ, xin kính mời.